The barrels were discovered in time, but something else exploded that night. Trust. Now it is November 1605, and London still stands, yet it no longer feels steady beneath its own feet. The city breathes, but it does not relax. It watches. It listens. It measures every whisper. At dawn, church bells echo across the river, heavy and metallic in the cold air. Their sound mixes with the calls of watermen on the Thames, shouting for passengers before the morning mist fully lifts. The river exhales a pale fog that wraps itself around timber houses leaning dangerously over narrow streets. The smell strikes first: damp wood, coal smoke, animal dung, rotting vegetables, and human waste seeping into mud that never quite dries. London holds nearly 200,000 souls within medieval walls never designed for such numbers. Houses are stacked close, their upper stories reaching toward each other like conspirators whispering across an alley. Fire is a constant threat. Disease never truly leaves, and now fear joins them. 3 weeks ago, beneath Parliament, guards uncovered barrels of gunpowder, enough to shatter stone, flesh, and monarchy in a single violent roar. Among them stood a man who would become a symbol of terror and treason, Guy Fawkes. He now lies in the Tower of London under interrogation, where questions are not gently asked and answers are rarely given willingly. King James sits upon the throne he claimed only 2 years ago. England is Protestant, yet Catholics still live here, quietly, cautiously, attending secret masses behind hidden doors. And after the discovery of the plot, suspicion spreads faster than flame. Every Catholic is a potential traitor. Every stranger could be an informant. Every neighbor might be listening too closely. We begin at the southern bank of the Thames, Southwark, where London hides what it prefers not to acknowledge. Brothels, bear-baiting pits, and taverns cluster outside the city's stricter authority. The Globe Theatre stands nearby, silent in the gray morning light. This is where men come when they do not wish to be found. Fishermen prepare their narrow boats. 1 penny across, they shout. A single penny, half the cost of a laborer's daily bread. They eat crusts soaked in weak ale because river water is dangerous. A man argues over fare. A woman above empties a chamber pot into the street with a shouted warning. The splash disappears into the mud, absorbed without protest. Life continues. Crossing London Bridge is like entering a different world, though the chaos remains. The bridge is not simply a crossing, it is a street suspended above water, packed tightly with 3-story houses and shops so dense the Thames can barely be glimpsed below. Shopkeepers lift wooden shutters, bakers display bread, cloth merchants unroll fabric. A scream pierces the noise, a purse stolen. The thief has already vanished into bodies pressed shoulder to shoulder. Horses strain against carts stuck in congestion. Tempers flare. Above the southern gate, heads mounted on spikes rot slowly in the damp air. Traitors displayed as warning. Their hollow eyes watch the living pass beneath them. Cheapside waits beyond, the commercial heart of the city. Goldsmiths hammer precious metal into shapes that glitter against the gloom. Stalls overflow with cabbage, onions, salted fish. 2 pennies can buy a modest meal. Apprentices weave through crowds carrying goods. A water seller advertises his trade to homes without plumbing. Pamphlet sellers shout headlines condemning papist traitors still among us. Fear sells better than food. 2 men argue near the stone cross that marks the center of the street. One insists more conspirators hide among them. The other claims the government exaggerates. Those nearby listen carefully, not to choose a side, but to ensure they are not seen choosing one. In this city, the wrong opinion can be fatal. Old St. Paul's Cathedral rises ahead, scarred from previous fires, its spire long gone. Around its churchyard gathers London's world of print and ink. Printers labor over presses. Pamphlets circulate with official proclamations and whispered rumors alike. A scribe writes letters for those unable to read or write, 1 penny per message, their secrets entrusted to ink. A bookseller leans close to a customer, slipping a forbidden Catholic text from beneath his cloak. Discovery would mean prison, perhaps worse. The tower stands not far to the east. Everyone knows what happens within its stone walls, though few dare speak it aloud. Near the tower, the alleys grow tighter, darker. Houses lean inwards so closely their upper floors nearly touch. Families share single rooms. Privacy is a luxury no one expects. A cart rattles by carrying a prisoner toward the gates. People pause, stare, then turn away. "Traitor," someone mutters. The word lingers in the air like smoke. Interrogations continue behind stone. The river docks, however, care less for politics and more for profit. Ships unload tobacco, sugar, spices, goods that smell foreign and expensive. Dockworkers haul barrels for 6 to 8 pence a day, barely enough to survive. Tar, rope, salt water, sweat. The scents blend with sewage drifting from the city. A laborer collapses from exhaustion. Others step around him. Work does not stop for weakness. By dusk, November darkness falls swiftly. There are no street lamps, only candlelight flickers from shuttered windows. Boys offer torch escort for half a penny. Some refuse, hoping to save the coin. Many regret it. After nightfall, thieves rule the alleys. Shops close. Women hurry home with last-minute purchases, reheated stew, stale bread. Doors bolt. Conversations lower. In taverns near Billingsgate, smoke thickens the air as men gather around ale and dice. Laughter rises, then falters. Politics creeps into discussion, but must be handled delicately. Informers sit anywhere. Someone mentions January. The executions. Guy Fawkes and the others will be hanged, drawn, and quartered, publicly, brutally. A joke is attempted, then quickly silenced. The room falls quiet for a heartbeat too long. Eyes scan faces. Then noise resumes, louder than before, as if volume alone can drown suspicion. Everyone listens. Everyone performs safety. No one trusts completely. London will burn 61 years from now in a fire that consumes timber and memory alike. But tonight, the fire is invisible. It smolders in glances exchanged between neighbors. It glows in the hesitation before speaking. It crackles in the uncertainty of who might knock on the door before dawn. Imagine trying to sleep in a city that doubts itself. Imagine lying awake while bells echo across rooftops and wondering whether the next arrest will be yours, or your neighbor's, or someone you once shared bread with. The plot failed. The king lives. The parliament stands. But the city has changed. November 1605 is not defined by explosion, but by aftermath. By the quiet, suffocating realization that destruction was possible, and that someone among them almost made it real. London survives, yet it no longer feels safe inside its own walls.